Lesson 18, Plural Nouns. Well, we're on Lesson 18 now, and by this time we've looked at a few different things like articles, that is, definite articles and indefinite articles. We've looked at gender, and we've studied noun endings as far as masculine and feminine. But there's one thing we have not looked at yet, and that is plural nouns. In other words, everything we've seen so far has just been singular. So now it's time to learn how to make a Spanish noun plural. And the rule is pretty simple. If the noun ends with a vowel, you just add the letter S. And if the noun ends with a consonant, then you add ES to the end. Of course, right now, we don't know any nouns that end with a consonant, but we're going to learn some in future lessons. So keep that in mind, that to make those plural, you have to add ES. But for now, we're just going to deal with nouns that end in vowels. And so it's easy to make those plural. We just add an S. And before we jump into our exercises, I'd like to mention one thing about the way the letter S sounds in Spanish. When an English speaker says a word with an S at the end, very often we give that S a Z sound. For instance, if we took the word boy and then we made that word plural, it would be boys. And if you think about it for a minute, you'll quickly see that the S at the end of the word boys really is pronounced like a Z. So it's boys. But in Spanish, that's not the case, right, Antonio?
That's right, Bill. Every time you see a word with an S, it's always going to be a hissing S sound, like muchachos, as opposed to muchachos.
Speaking of making words plural, that's really all our exercises are. You're going to practice taking each word and making it plural. Of course, every word in our exercises ends with a vowel. So really all you'll be doing is adding the letter S. So we're just going to have Antonio read the singular form and then read the plural form, which would be in the answer key. And as he reads each form, listen carefully to the final S sound and listen to how it's always going to be a hissing S sound.
Muchacho, muchachos. Niña, niñas. Amiga, amigas. Niño, niños. Muchacha, muchachas. Hermana, hermanas. Amigo, amigos. Hermano, hermanos.